Hey everyone, I am back with another movie review in my Funny Thing About Love movie review series that I'm doing each week up until Valentine's Day, maybe later. And this week I want to talk about a new film that was released on Netflix today, just today, called Malcolm and Marie. I actually just finished watching it. The film is written and directed by Sam Levinson, who, fun fact, is the son of the acclaimed director Barry Levinson of The Natural and Good Morning Vietnam and Rain Man fame. And Sam himself is an accomplished filmmaker in his own right, as he's created the drama series on HBO called Euphoria. So I guess he has it in his blood. But anyway, Malcolm and Marie, which stars the beautiful Zendaya, gorgeous, and John David Washington, talking about lineage, who is the son of Denzel Washington. But John David Washington is just a powerful actor in his own right. He starred in Black Klansman and Tenet and the HBO series Ballers. So he's really done some powerful work. And so that's nice to see. So I guess it's in his genes too. But I struggle with whether or not to review this film. I'm going to be honest with you because the language is rough. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's coarse. If you are easily offended by F bombs, I'm gonna tell you up front, stay away from this one. Because again, a lot of coarse language. So I was like, do I review this or not? Because it's just really kind of not the kind of movie I would recommend to people per se. But I will say this: the actors are powerful. Like, the acting in this is really, really good. First of all, it's shot in black and white, which is really beautiful. It's very beautiful. And the only characters in this movie are Malcolm and Marie, Zendaya and John David Washington. So they carry this film, and I think that's a pretty heavy thing to do when you're only two people in a movie, and you're just looking at the both of them throughout the whole movie, and they carry this movie so incredibly well. Zendaya, I have to admit, I didn't know too much about her, other than the fact that she was on, she was a Disney princess at one time, on the Disney Network, Disney Channel, Disney Network. But she's really come into her own as an actor, and actually won an Emmy Award last year for her portrayal, for her role in Euphoria, the aforementioned Euphoria. So, what was also nice, I want to say this about this film to see, is that both Zendaya and John David Washington are producers of the film as well as acting in it. And it's always nice to see when actors have a stake, a financial stake in the movies that they're in. So, I was very pleasantly surprised to see that. But if you take the coarse language out, which is really hard to do because, not gonna lie, really coarse language, these actors gave such a powerful performance. Like, so here's the premise of the whole thing. Uh, Malcolm is a filmmaker, and he and Marie just got back from an awards ceremony where he inadvertently forgot to thank her in his acceptance speech. Now, side note, one time I won an award 2 years ago and forgot to thank my mom. I thanked everyone at the table except my mom, who was at the table. And I kid you not, to this day, I feel horrible about it. She, of course, being an angel, she is, trying to make me feel okay. But one of the biggest regrets in my life is that I forgot to thank my mom. So I get that, So anyway, they come. He forgets to thank her in his speech. They come back, and as women sometimes can be, she was brooding. Marie was brooding about this. So what then happened is it starts off this chain reaction of an argument about that, and so it gets deeper, and you pull back layers of what it's really about. So I love the tagline of this movie. It said it's not a love story, it's the story of love. And I thought that was really powerful because it really gets into relationships and how complicated they can be. And then when people are just holding stuff in, but when finally you get to let it all out and say what you want to say, and they didn't hold back. And so, what really struck me about this film is again how powerful the performances were from Zendaya and John David Washington. Like, I can't even imagine what it took to remember all the dialogue they had to say because they delivered this powerful, emotional dialogue in this, John David Washington. Oh my gosh, like these kind of monologues he goes on for long periods of time and his cadence of I was just like, wow. And I just thought they nailed that. They did such a good job with that. So I'm conflicted about Malcolm and Marie. I didn't love that. I thought the coarse language was just way too gratuitous. Also, there are some sexually suggestive scenes in the movie, so if that easily offends you, again, I'd say don't watch it. But I will say this: if you are interested in character portrayal, and just again watching the dialogue between the two, and they just go there, and then they have these great emotional moments. So many emotional moments in the film. Um, it was powerful. So if you can get past the language and a few sexually suggestive scenes, maybe watch. But I thought it was good. It was an interesting movie. So I won't quite say, yeah, run out and go see it, or I won't say not to go see it. Use your own judgment for it. But again, like I said, if you are easily offended and you're like, yeah, that's not for me, maybe stay away. But kudos to Zendaya, kudos to John David Washington, kudos to Sam Levinson for putting together just something different in the time of COVID. So that's my 2 cents on it. Do with it what you will. And I'll be back next week with another movie review. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.